This is Channel 2 News, coverage you can count on.
It can't wait an hour sometimes because that might be that hour is all that dog has left.
A van, 7 kennels, and hundreds of miles to save the lives of some furry friends. We'll take you on this incredible journey across state lines in tonight's Channel 2 News Big Story at 5:30. The crew behind the wheel of this excursion are 2 Northern Nevada firefighters who've teamed up to find shelter dogs a new home. I'm Landon Miller.
And I'm Kristen Remington. I mean, it's not too out of the ordinary. Saving lives is what we've come to love firefighters for doing, right? But this is something special. Ryan Candidate joins us here live in the studio. And Ryan, I have a feeling there's more to the story here.
Yeah, you know, you're absolutely right, Kristen. The real kicker here is that these 2 heroes are traveling all the way to Central California to do this, donating their own time and energy, all while they're off duty, in a story you'll see only on Channel 2.
We usually get a really early start. Actually, 6 is kind of almost late.
With the turn of the ignition, this trip is underway. But now, there's a long road ahead.
539 miles.
Heidi Nielsen makes the trek from Gardnerville to Fresno, California at least twice a month, and it's not for leisure or play.
Just because of pure space, they're killing dogs every day, and I thought, man, we could do something about that.
Heidi and her business partner Kelly are part of a mobile dog service called Animal Rescue Relay. Their mission is to transport at-risk pups from California to Nevada, where they'll have a better chance to survive.
Vet them, get them all healthy and ready to go, and get them adopted into good homes.
The 2 are able to make it all possible through a network of fellow dog lovers.
Okay. Good deal. Right on.
Mona is just one of many foster families in the San Joaquin Valley who works closely with the relay.
You pick a dog, we'll foster for you.
She pulls dogs from the shelter and keeps them until the next transport happens. During this stop, she hands off the bull terrier, Rebel.
Go, go, go.
There you go. Good boys.
The next foster in line puts the yellow lab Cooper into the van.
You were fun. I don't know about that panty.
Then Indy, a young German shepherd surrendered by her family.
She is just so cool.
And Emma, the youngest of the bunch. But even with all of these dogs, there was still one more stop on the trip to make the long hours in the car well worth it.
These are like the 2 really super special ones.
And that was a shelter pickup.
Here we go. Yeah. You get to leave, sweet girl. You ready? If they don't get out, they would have been killed by 5 o'clock.
You heard that right. These 2 shepherds, Hunter and She-Ra, had both reached their review date, the day where they'd be put down.
They're saving lives here today. We have an overpopulation in Stanislaus County. If rescues did not take animals from most of your shelters up and down the valley, a lot of them would have to be humanely euthanized, unfortunately.
These 2 escaped death by a matter of hours.
Okay, buddy, you're coming home with us.
Along with a 3rd dog, who wasn't originally scheduled to make the trip.
Little Joey just melted into my lap at the shelter, and there's no way I was going to leave that little dog.
Now, they're living the shelter dog's dream, taking the Freedom Walk on the way to a new home.
We're out of here. Yeah, fresh air.
We did it.
Woo!
Each dog gets their own spot in the van, and the 4.5-hour drive back begins, only this time with a heavier load and much lighter spirits.
I get so excited that we get to save dogs. That is the best feeling in the world.
For now, the puppy and bull terrier have new owners straight out the gates.
Rebel!
Oh, yeah!
Come here, Bubba. This guy is so great to begin with, but just to have a new dog and a rescue at that. We need more people like Heidi in the world. She is just all over the place, taking care of every dog that she can help out.
The other 5 will wait with foster families here in Northern Nevada until the right person comes along to give them a forever home.
Oh. What an incredible story.
Yeah.
And a lot of effort on their part.
So many people have to come together to make this happen. Not just the 2 firefighters making the drive, but of course the foster families there in Fresno, foster families here in Northern Nevada.
Yeah. Do you know how many dogs they've rescued?
So far, they just started last July. It's been 55 dogs who've been adopted already, but there's even more who are still in foster families here who still need a home.
Yeah, so with those 2 dogs, Hunter and She-Ra,
yeah.
They were literally hours away from being put down.
Hours. We got there yesterday at about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and by 5 o'clock that day they would have been put down. Yeah, the review date, as they call it.
Huh.
Man. Unbelievable, right?
Yeah, that's something that you don't realize happens, and it's kind of cool to see that Nevada people, Northern Nevada people, are going over to California to do that.
They're on our radar. Oh, great story, Ryan. Thank you.
Thank you guys.